Alright guys, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice LEGO Star Wars review. Today we've got set 75449, the Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack. This set retails for $20 to $22. It kind of depends on the retail. I believe I got it at my local Target for $22, but I've seen it for $20 in some stores. It has 116 pieces, and it's going to be based off of the Season 7 Clone Wars arc, Siege of Mandalore, obviously, with Ahsoka and the 332nd and Maul taking over Mandalore. You can see we've got two new Mandalorians, or Mandalorians, and then we have two 332nd troopers. The box art is obviously just some of that Siege of Mandalore battle scene, and then we got some pretty cool little mini builds in the set as well. But that's pretty much it for the box here in the front. Real quick on the back here, we can see we have some more box art, just with the Siege of Mandalore battle scene, and then we can see some of the play functions and accessibilities with the different builds and the minifigures. Not much else going on back here. It's a battle pack box, so it's kind of small, but it is a cool little battle scene from, again, that Season 7 Siege of Mandalore Clone Wars scene. So as we go to the first pair of minifigures, we've got the 332nd Ahsoka clone troopers. They're the exact same as the 332nd troopers we've gotten over the years. You can see without the helmet, it's the same clone head as always. The printing is the same as both. The only difference is one comes with a longer blaster, one comes with a shorter blaster. The longer blaster does have an attachment on it as well. And then as you can see, they still do have the helmet holes, so that hasn't been fixed yet. And if we go ahead and turn it around, you can see the printing on the back. Again, very standard for the 332nd clone troopers. They're not really new figures at all, but are nice ones to get. Really the only problem being those helmet holes. Then we get to the most sought after part of the set, the Mandalorians, or the Mandalorians. We've got two different variants here, a male version and a female version. If we go ahead and take off the helmets here, you can see we've got a male, darker skin toned head, and a female, lighter toned skin head. That's the only difference. I'm sure you could swap them if you wanted, but the helmets do signify gender, as they do in canon and lore. You can see they do have a difference in weaponry. One has the Pyro Shield and Blaster, one comes with double blaster. The female variant has more of that thinner T-visor shape, which I believe is called the Night Owls in canon and lore. And then we have the male variant with the standard thicker T-visor. You've seen that pretty much in all of the Mandalorian helmets. So there's a little bit of difference there, kind of subtle, but you can see it. And then you can see the body armor is a little bit different for the torso printing and the leg printing for that matter. The one on the left, the female variant, is a little bit thinner, and the one on the right is a bit more worn down and thicker of body armor. They both have the same colorway, dark red, maroon, black, gray, a little bit of silver in there. And they both kind of have like this worn down effect on both armors. And then if you turn it around, you can see they come with a jetpack. Both of them come with the same exact jetpack. It's just that one molded piece you slip on the back underneath the head piece. So nothing really to show off. They both come with the exact same one. Other than that, though, they're pretty standard compared to all the other Mandalorians we've had of years recent. Just different printing, really, for that matter. And it's cool that they gave us a female variant and a male variant. I think that's cool. If you watched the show, you know there was no, it wasn't just a male dominant or female dominant, right? It was a bit of both. In fact, kind of towards the end of season 6, you saw Bo-Katan and her Night Owl was kind of split from Maul's faction of the Mandalorians. I believe it was season 6 or season 5. I can't remember exactly when it happened. But then in season 7, you saw Bo-Katan and her faction of Mandalorians team up with Ahsoka to take down Maul. So it's cool that they gave us both variations. I think it's a really good army building set, and it's cool just to get two new Mandalorians updated. Our first build of the set, we got our little barricade blockade with a stud shooter. You can see back here, it's not very big, there's not much to it, but it works for what it is. I've never seen a door piece used like this before, but I think it works. You can see you got the stud shooter up top right here. We're kind of just holding on with like a little clip piece. Works like a normal stud shooter. Nothing too special about that. Then off to the side behind the slope piece, we have like a little empty seat piece kind of, where you can just store the extra studs. And then we have a little canister, little barrel, whatever, little box for the extra studs. And then if you go ahead and put a minifigure back here, you can see it stands pretty well for the handles, works really well for a barricade. So we get the speeder next. You can see it's not too much, but you are kind of able to get both in there. So if you wanted to, you could put the first minifigure here in the back. It does have enough space. You could put the jetpack on. You don't have to take that off. So that's nice that you still have that. Very easy, very smooth. And then if you wanted to put the guy on top, you can do that. It would just, I think you can see you can put on the guy right there. There's no studs. It's just like a little slope piece that you can kind of like that. So very cool. Nice little thruster effects back here. Obviously this is a stud shooter, so that you push down right there. So very cool. Not much on the bottom there. So there you guys have it. That comes to the end of our review. Overall, I think it's a pretty good battle pack. We've gotten a lot of clone battle packs over the years, the last couple years specifically, and I think it's nice that, yeah, we got more clones in this one, but go back to, you know, the Clone Wars show and give us some stuff other than just clones. I think is really nice. The Mandalorians especially, I think, are not necessarily niche, but they're not like something we see a lot. So just to get a battle pack with a couple of them in it is nice. I would like to see like an all Mandalorian battle pack, to be honest, but I'm not gonna knock it for the 332nd Troopers. I think it works for what it is. The builds of the set, I think, are just fine for $20. It's kind of exactly what you'd expect from a battle pack. It's not too dinky. The speeder, I think, is nice. The colors work perfectly with the Mandalorians. The barricade's not much, but it, you know, it works for what it is. You can put it in a mock if you want. You can just take it apart and use it how you want. And the minifigures overall, I'm a big fan of. The Mandalorians especially. The Clone Troopers are the Clone Troopers. They still have their problems. But overall, I like it. A great set. It's not too expensive. It's the same as all the other battle packs over the last couple years. So probably have to give this set an 8 out of 10. Great, would recommend it if you are interested in the battle packs or just for a gift at some point in the year. Yeah, all that being said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.